Welcome back, guys. As promised, this is part 2 of the Chromixium review. Now, so far, everything is running smooth, and I really have no major issues. It's no crashes, no stuttering, no jittering, no problems at all. So, from that standpoint, everything is fine. If you install Chromixium, it'll run as smoothly as any other Linux distribution. So let's take a look in the bottom right hand corner. What I did is I installed all of the system tray utilities that I would normally install. And so from working from right to left, you can see the Kazam icon for this video. Redshift is installed, Caffeine, Clipit, pSensor, and Synapse. Everything installed, everything running as smoothly as any other distribution. Then you have the network, volume, the usuals. Okay, so from that point of view, everything is fine. The dock on the lower left is Plank. It operates the same way Plank does. If you install and open an application, while the application is open, the icon will populate in the dock. Right click it, select Keep in Dock. It will stay there even after you close out the application. Right clicking the screen, I changed the original wallpaper. This was the original wallpaper. Very nice. If you want to change it, all you do, right click, change wallpaper, pick the one you want, click apply, and you are good to go. The right click menu can get you pretty much anywhere you need to go. It can open the control panel. The control panel is typical Ubuntu Linux. Everything is here that you would need to configure your operating system on a day-to-day basis. I did go ahead and I recommend installing the restricted extras to get the video and audio codecs installed within your system. The firewall is typical Ubuntu firewall. Really no issues. Turn on and you're good to go. So the control panel is basically the same control panel that you see. The items are the same. If you're comfortable with Ubuntu Linux and the control panel, you'll be comfortable with this. Let's take a look at the Chromixium Software Center. So this is basically the Ubuntu applications that are loaded. You've got installed software, you've got a download queue, and you've got the available software by category. So very intuitive, very easy to use. Should have no issues at all with that. So let's close out the control center. Let's right click again and we'll go to the applications. Settings brings up basically a lot of the control panel items that you can use to configure your operating system. In accessories, I installed Clipit, LeafPad, Redshift, Synapse. Games, I installed Steam and Play on Linux. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Graphics, I installed ImageMagick. Internet, everything else is the same. You can see Steam is here, but everything else was pretty much installed. Multimedia, I installed Banshee, GUVCView, Kazam, Kodi, OpenShot. Everything else was there. In other, everything was pretty much there except Wine software and Wine Tricks. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. For system, everything is there. I added pSensor, so everything is pretty much As you see it out of the box, I installed a few things that I normally install. You can install anything you want just by using either the Software Center or the terminal. I usually use the terminal. The commands are the same as any other Ubuntu-based distribution. So I don't believe I've installed a printer. So let's go ahead and install a printer. I believe I have the file I need on a yes, I do. So if we take a look in downloads and I create a folder called printer and I open that and I go to my stick and take a look in downloads and in printer, there is my graphics installer. So let's copy that and we will go back to downloads and put that into my printer file, my printer folder. Okay, so let's go to a terminal and go to cd downloads/printer. So we want to cd into the directory where the file exists. Let's use the bash command. And the model of the printer. And let's see if we can install that. And I'm just doing this to show you that the mechanics of the system are the same as any other Ubuntu-based distribution. So what I'm going to do is just go through the process of installing my printer and printing a test page, and then we will take a look at that just so you're comfortable that everything looks the same and that you're not going to have any issues when it comes time to install your printer. Now, as you can see in the list of printers, my printer has already populated, and because it is a wireless network printer, I am going to enter the IP address. And I'll go ahead and print a test page. And the printer has started. I'm going to right click and set it as the default. And right now the printer is printing a test page. And so I can say honestly that Chromixium has no issue. There is the printer test page and it says Ubuntu. It is in essence an Ubuntu distribution. Okay, so as you can see, the mechanics of the system are basically Ubuntu Linux. And if you've tried Ubuntu distributions before, you should have no issues at all. Now, one of the things that I was hoping to go through with you is the multimedia aspects, the gaming, Kodi, Steam games, web-based games. But for some reason, the screens don't show up properly on the video. So I'm not going to contaminate the video or create a difficult viewing experience for you by trying to do that. What I will say is I installed Steam. I installed some of my Steam games. They ran fine. I installed Kodi, loaded up some video add-ons, used a few of them, no issues at all. And again, most of the multimedia will run as they would on any other Ubuntu distribution. So if your machine isn't strong enough graphically to accommodate them, Chromixium will not change that. Your system has to be strong enough to use Kodi, Steam games, web-based games, things like that. So as long as your system can handle it, Chromixium can handle it. So Steam, Kodi, War Thunder, I played online, all terrific, no problems at all. The only game that I had issues with is Battle.net Hearthstone, and it's not a Chromixium issue. It's the black screen issue that happens when you try to run it on an Ubuntu-based distribution with Intel onboard graphics. I will say that the only distribution that runs Hearthstone Battle.net games well on this particular computer is Manjaro XFCE. I have no problems at all, and I don't know if it's because Arch handles the graphics drivers differently or what exactly it is, but Manjaro XFCE, everything including Hearthstone works fine. On Ubuntu-based distributions, including Linux Lite and Peppermint 6, the Hearthstone Battle.net type games don't run right on this particular computer, which has Intel onboard graphics, the HD 4600. So I'm still looking for a solution to that, and I'm sure there is one. I just haven't found it online yet. I did a search for Ubuntu, Linux, Intel graphics, Hearthstone black screen, and I tried implementing most of the solutions, and I still was not able to resolve it. So if you guys have any information on that, if you've come across a fix for that, the black screen, basically it installs, but when you click on the icon to open the game, all you get is a black screen. So if you have any information on that, I'd be happy to, I'd be appreciative if you could post that in the comments. Other than that, Chromixium is a 2 thumbs up. It works well. It replicates the Chrome OS aesthetics. It gives you the feel of using a Chromebook, but it also adds in all of the benefits of using Linux. So that is it for part 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.